For centuries, pilots with local knowledge have guided vessels safely in and out of ports. Real-time pilot onboard information gives any port stakeholder several hours' notice of vessel's arrival at the specific dock, allowing terminal operators to prepare their berths. Towage and landside service parties allocate their assets and resources. Agents arrange cargo and husbandry services. However, berth congestions, channel closures, or weather conditions could disrupt pilots' planning, making every stakeholder wait until pilots can safely move ships again. Timely pilot scheduling updates allow terminals to modify their planning. Towage and mooring companies serve another vessel meanwhile. Agents rebook services on time to avoid any delays. Getting access to real-time pilot schedule information is essential to every party involved in port calls. The PortXchange Pilot Tracker provides vessels' exact destination in the port and allows everyone to plan operations accordingly. And that's the solution that has recently been launched in the Port of Houston.
The Port of Houston is the largest port in the United States by export tonnage, by overall waterborne tonnage. We have the most vessel movements, both deep draft and brown water, in the United States. There's about 8,000 vessel arrivals for deep draft vessels in Houston per year. If you look at the top East Coast ports and the top West Coast ports combined, Houston matches that number. It's a large economic driver, not just for the city of Houston, but for the state of Texas, the United States, and globally. The Houston Ship Channel is 52 miles long, and the Port of Houston is the top 25 miles of that. We have a few hundred docks spread across that. The terminals range from top container terminals, liquid bulk docks with LPG and other liquid bulks, and some break bulk facilities as well. Like any other port region, the Port of Houston has some unique characteristics to it. Part of it is the shape of our Houston Ship Channel. So some would consider it narrow, although it still allows for two-way traffic. We are working on a major infrastructure project that's called Project 11, and that will expand the Houston Ship Channel to 700 feet in some places. However, there's always need for efficiency outside of infrastructure investment. One of the best ways that we have found to do that is data sharing. Information, data allows people to make better decisions with what they already have. So there's no infrastructure investment, there's no equipment investment or asset investment involved in this. It's simply better information, better decisions.
So quite often, when optimizing port operations, digital projects are overlooked. However, they can result in immediate benefits at relatively low cost. By exchanging information in a transparent way with the parties involved in the port call process, you can improve the planning horizon and thereby improve the efficiency of the overall port call and process.
We formed a partnership with PortXchange, who offered a solution called Synchronizer that we trialed in Houston from 2020 to 2021. It's still in progress in Houston, but we've made some great strides in some other platforms alongside PortXchange. The main platform that we're using right now is called Pilot Tracker. Pilot Tracker is a new version of a platform that's been used in Houston for 15 years already, which was called Harbor Lights. However, that platform was in-house developed and aging out. It's very difficult to maintain an in-house developed platform and to continue providing the services that our users need to grow their businesses and meet the demands of modern shipping. Working with PortXchange to develop and then implement Pilot Tracker was very straightforward. The key thing that a data provider needs is to have a good data connection, but PortXchange can help them with that too. The end users have some input on what fields are available as well. We had committee meetings, etc., to make sure that our users in the Houston port community had input into the final product and that it was providing the services that they needed.
So Pilot Tracker combines AAS data and private pilot information for port communities to plan their port operations. With current vessel tracking solutions, you will see a vessel is at anchor. However, with Pilot Tracker, you will also see that the pilot is scheduled to move this vessel from anchorage to a specific terminal in the port. This gives you an 8-hour additional planning horizon to plan your port operations.
Real-time pilot schedule data is important for users in a port so that they can make the best operational decisions for whatever type of business they're in, whether it's mooring companies, tugs, terminals, agents. If they're all working from one true source of data, in this case the pilot's data, they can approximate just-in-time operations. This is a good first step towards that activity. So for example, if the pilots have scheduled a vessel to depart from the anchorage at a certain time, now the tugs know when to be in position, the mooring company needs to know when to be in position, the terminal knows when to expect their vessel, and the agent and the carrier know that that operation is going to occur.
So it's very easy for ports to integrate the pilot tracker solution. It's just one integration to the pilot's dispatch system. With our expertise in a wide variety of integration, we will ensure that this is a very smooth and easy process. So we recognize that many of the pilot's dispatch systems have been built to facilitate the pilot service. With our solution, we provide a community portal as an add-on to your pilot dispatch system.
Pilot Tracker is a good first step for port digitalization because it's easy to implement and it has a strong immediate impact for the port community.
So we believe Pilot Tracker is the right first step for any port to improve visibility and optimize their operations through digitalization. We are currently working on implementing Pilot Tracker in other ports around the world to help them achieve the same benefits as we are providing in Houston.